Good evening, everybody. It's just an average simulation. It's the F1 watch along on the back of last night's quali. It's the race one. So we are pretty much going to check the time and how far my stream is behind the live one. Not too sure, to be honest. But hello, and hope everyone's okay. You have to say last night was a really good live stream with the qualifying watch along. 1,000 people come by pretty much across all the channels to come and watch me talk blithering nonsense about the Formula 1 qualifying, which was pretty exciting because it was the the final kind of session there, which everyone was tense up on who was going to go fast, who wasn't going to go fast. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Hopefully the race is going to be exciting with the big talk, of course. What's going to happen in turn one? Everyone's banging on about it. Social media is alive with who is going to crash into who. True story. I ran a little simulation. You'll see on the screen in the small window is a set of corsair running a simulation. We're going to have that running in the background when the race gets to the 5-lap mark. Because unfortunately I did a race, saved a replay, but didn't save the first 5 laps. In the simulation, Verstappen and Hamilton crashed against each other. Shock horror. Didn't crash out. They tapped wheels, they got on with it, and then they stayed in first and second for the majority of the first 5 laps. So we'll pick up the virtual race at the same time they get to 5 laps in the main race. Because there's something a little bit different having a background, actual virtual Grand Prix while the real Grand Prix is going on. Very different. So that'll make it a little bit little bit of an interesting thing. Better than having a non-live timing screen, which didn't work last night, thanks to the F1 website going down. But yeah, everyone's talking about it. Everyone is talking about who will crash into who. Personally, I don't think they're going to crash into each other. But there will be someone crashing at the first corner behind everyone else. That's will be a fact of life. So what are we on? 1958. My stream is 20 seconds ahead of my as I do it, so or 20 seconds behind as I do it, so that's not too bad. I'm just doing the driver intros on track at the moment, so I'm not too worried. I'm guessing I'm probably about a minute behind the actual TV feed as such. Lindsay, thank you for the clap. Nice to see alternative commentary to the Crofty. Hopefully much better for you. And big man drama is about to occur. They reckon it is. They reckon there's a lot of talk. Is there going to be drama? Is there not going to be drama? We will find out very soon. Oh look, there's the pom-pom girls. Oh, everyone's cup of tea. Okay. So hopefully my stream's not too far behind. It's 8 o'clock UK time. It's when they probably should be pulling off their end. So yes. I reckon I'm probably about a minute behind, yeah. I'd say so. They could do have a clock on their actual stream, couldn't they? On their actual feed. Just trying to... Andy, you said to me on message, that Gasly has some engine troubles. Is he lined up alright? I haven't seen anything different to otherwise. So 1:59, so they are a minute ahead. Yeah, I mean, a minute ahead. I'm a minute behind. So no spoilers in chat for me. I'm a minute behind the live. A minute and 20 seconds, I'm going to call it. Less than a minute. Less than a minute. Okay, I can take that. 50 seconds. Yeah, we're 20 seconds behind on the on my stream, so that's not bad. That's all right. We're pretty tight, pretty close to the action as it happens. That's provided my stream works, all right. Looks like he has lined up okay, Big Roy though. Yeah, as soon as they've got issues in the pits before the race starts, they're going to have issues for the race, aren't they? You can just see it happening. Oh, my stream is getting stuttery on me. Never a good sign. The crowd's massive, isn't it? They got a big old crowd in there today. So I ran a simulation, which is obviously in a small window on the screen, which was predicting temperatures to be 31 degrees on track. 36 degrees. Oh. Okay, so that was a way off. That was... So they were probably running a bit too hot. They had engine cover off on the grid and Honda mechanic was hovering. Yeah, that won't last the race. That ain't lasting. So yeah, so what we'll have running, when I get to the 5-lap mark, I'll set the sim race off and running. So it's basically a set of course that I ran earlier on today, just simulate to see how the race goes, see what happens. I'll turn the engine noises all down so it's not going to interfere with anything else on there. Just turn the volume up a little bit so it's not as... you probably just hear the commentary in the background. But top 3 going Max, Perez, Bottas. Interesting top 3. Hamilton not going to be there. My top 3 prediction, Anthony. Let's put it out there. Max, Bottas, Leclerc. Max, Bottas, Leclerc. Everyone else, put your predictions in. If you're new to the channel, sling in your prediction in the chat. It's nice to see where everyone finishes at the end. And always good to look back on it. Yeah, so mine's Max Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, and Charles Leclerc for the top 3. Throw it all in there, chaps. I fancy Ferrari. Ferrari got something good about them at the moment. Interesting. So Max has decided not to point in his general direction, and that's a good thing about this first corner, because this first corner is track. So many different lines, so many different ways to attack it, so many ways to defend it. I think he's going to do his own thing and just worry about everyone else has to worry about him. So, going to be interesting. Going to be interesting. Come on, Georgie, get on with it. So yeah, 3 predictions in, people. Throw them in. Top 3, who do you reckon? I just got to remember, when we get to lap 5, I've got to turn the virtual sim on. Let me make my stream chat big. Here we go. Going to greens. And they go, go, go. Hamilton looked pretty good off the line there. So Verstappen's coming right across. Go on, Verstappen. Nailed it. Go on. And Verstappen went wide there. He's got a relinquish shot. Good man. Perez going up the outside. Go on, son. Oh, Perez has been told, do not overtake Max here. Max Ham Leclerc. Yeah, good shout there. Is that right going the outside? Norris. Look at that. Bold move from Saints. Oh, good man. That's some good racing going on down there. Saints got a brilliant start. Oh, Saints did a good number there. Saints? I don't ever talk about Saints. Did a great number. Ricardo around the outside there. That's how you do it. Go on, Danny. Perez probably back down there, didn't he? He did. He could have gone round and he thought, do you know what? Team performance. Go on, Norris. Oh, look at that. McLaren sandwich. How would you like your McLaren? Or Norris in the middle. Chompy. Well done, boys. That's good racing. Someone's going to have a big... Oh, that's an overtaking spot. That is from Danny Rick. That's mega. That's proper ballsy. That's proper ballsy. Oh, where's he going? Latifi. 6 paces he lost. Ah, that was a mega start for the mid pack there. They're all over it. Bottas. Good driving. So Bottas needs to get up there and give McLaren, Mercedes some support. Nice. That was a good start, that was. Just wondering what's that. A bit of extra feedback going on there on the audio. Max Stone of Hammer. Yeah, they've got to be quick. When this is the thing, race pace. The balls look strong on the race pace there. I think Max is quicker. But, you know, that happened on the start. You get your track position at the start. He'll control Verstappen's pace. They're going to keep it tight all race, aren't they? Going to keep it tight. He's sliding up. I love the way the driver's got enough time to analyse the guy in front. You know, he's working his tyres harder or he's sliding his car. It's quality. Okay, Verstappen with the first purple lap, fastest one. I think it's going to be the first race in a while we've had a good DRS sections as well. It's not influenced by weather and stuff. Yeah, he won't get him on the straight, but Max is bold enough to overtake. and knows he needs to. Because they're fighting for the championship, you know. He can't afford to have Hamilton in front of him at any point during his race. Doesn't matter where they finish as long as he's a bit ahead of Hamilton. That's the thing. How good is that? The Red Bull in the turbulent air. No, not bad driving that. Just keeping tight, isn't he? Just keeping tight to Hamilton. He'll be playing with Hamilton here, I reckon. Don't think he's going to be too much. I mean, Verstappen was well across, wasn't he? So Lewis kept his foot in there, didn't he? Nailed it, didn't he? So yeah, Perez definitely backed off there. Thought, no, play the team game. Look at that. Oh, who was that? Stroll and Latifi. Oops, that was clumsy. I think the undercut is going to be huge here, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, I think the undercut's going to be massive here as well. I think it's going to be pretty large. Ooh, early stop. Everyone was saying that these soft tyres, if they start on soft, will not last long. I think Saints said it was going to last 10 metres, and then you might as well be on the mediums after the start. Not bad. Lap 5 reminder. I'm on lap 4, mate. I'm on lap 4. I'm going to try and sync it up as good as possible, which is going to be hard. Was it laps completed? It's laps on the 6th lap. I remember it's on the 5 laps completed. The way that timer works on the sim. I remember that actually. Oh Jesus! That was got a nice time mark on the outside of his wing there, didn't he? Okay. Yeah, these guys are going to push each other hard, aren't they? Hamilton's going to feel it. He's going to be sweating buckets in his car, waiting for something to happen. So next up, I'll start the virtual sim side by side. Something to happen. I'll just listen to the stream to make sure the stream audio was okay. I think Perez is on the pace as well. You know, he saves his tyres massively. Brundle just said the same thing as well. Yeah, damn right. Perez is big for their strategy here at the moment. Big. Hamilton will see both Red Bulls on the straight and think, I can't afford to have one in the middle of me. I can't afford to have any of them around me. The fact they're both on pace. Right. That's your first one. Where are we on track? So it is down off the back straight where we started, so in a second. Well, let's get the sim started. Boom. There we go. Now, it won't change cars on the sim, just because the way it's set up. There we go. And people tuning into the stream as they come back, oh, look, he's got the race on. No, it's really not the race. That's a virtual race. Does look good, though, doesn't it? What looks better, TV or the virtual? So let's actually focus on Perez on this one. So let's keep it on Verstappen and Hamilton. Match the race. That's the problem with watching that replay on there at the moment with the guys coming out of the pit lane. It's a bit blind, I think, sometimes, coming up the hill. Especially if someone's coming out side by side. You don't see him until, oh my god, there's a car there. We've not had a tyre message from Hamilton yet, have we? Bono, my tyres are gone. I tell you what, we're not bad on the side by side on the track compared to where they are on a virtual race. Pretty close. Couple of corners difference. So if people want to know what we're using on the virtual race, is the Assetto Corsa game, which everyone should know and love by now in sim racing, with the RSS Formula Hybrid 2022 models and the Community Skins pack from Race Department on the Circuit of the Americas track, which is also a mod download as well. That tyre comment won't come until at least lap 10. No, it won't. It won't. And let's put in the predictions, guys. What lap will Lewis Hamilton say my tyres have gone? Lindsay's saying lap 10. I'm going to go lap 15. Lap 15 is my prediction. That's alright with the streaming, isn't it? Does it pretty, doesn't it? The actual virtual version. Lap 14 from Anthony on the Bono my tyres are gone prediction. Oh, look at that, they're getting tight on the race there, aren't they? Verstappen's been sensible. He's just managing his pace, isn't he? I just want to tell him. You love it. Love it. Always need live radio commentary for the drivers in a race. Okay, that was a great opening lap. That was. I think he could have done it, you know. Interesting. So how close was Verstappen there? So race control just told Sainz to give his place back when he gave the place to Ricciardo. So he kind of lost the place, didn't he? So. Interesting. It's a bit harsh on Sainz, but he did go off track. He did try and maintain his position. He didn't have to go off track. I think Norris was pretty much there or thereabouts on the overtake. So, I mean, Norris only backed out when he saw Leclerc coming across, because Leclerc was early on his brakes, considering the situation. Yeah, that's what's going to happen, isn't it? I hate that pit window thing that they put up, because there isn't a pit window in Formula 1. You can pit whenever you want. We don't need to use the word pit window. Yeah. Let's listen to the live commentary there of the analyst. Georgie's in pits. Mazepan, Ocon, Alonso, all pitted so far. Giovinazzi and Tsunoda. So, getting the pits out of the way nice early, 10 laps in. Well, he's in. Undercut on. And this is where it goes. Can we do it on the undercut? Oh, watching the online one. Did get around the traffic. Abraham Butik. I can never pronounce your name, mate. Thanks for the like, mate. Thank you very much. I missed that a couple of minutes ago. Second night in a row, mate. Thank you. Do you reckon it is early, but I think they can do it. Huge call from Red Bull. That feel like that puts him in the lead. I think he will. I think he's going to come out about a second or two ahead of Hamilton. Unless Hamilton pushes on longer, because Hamilton hasn't moaned about his tyres yet. Shock horror. Who did you said lap 10? Sorry, Lindsay. Didn't win that one. Didn't win that one. Because he had a pit stop, Crofty. Just cut to the chase. They put him in traffic, but he got away with it, I think. Oh, 9/10 already. So yeah, they reckon he's gonna reckon to put Verstappen in 1.3 ahead. Massive call. So when a hard tyre is that much quicker on a used pair of mediums, So that tells you something. I think I read that they'd all kept the mediums away and such. Not the mediums away, but they'd kept not use the hards because they wanted to use them all for the race, keep a nice batch of freshness. Do love this track. Do love that first corner. It's unreal. Love Verstappen. Red Bull showing their form quality there, aren't they, as a group? Checo's in now. The results definitely happened for you by now. Hammer Time said my tyres are good. Yeah, but no, it's got to be Bono. My tyres have gone. Got to be my tyres are gone. Yeah, he hasn't moaned about his tyres, which is bizarre for Hamilton. So here's Perez. Oh no! Did he get held? No, he didn't. I should be right still. It wasn't terrible, but it's only 3.7 seconds. It's not terrible, but he hasn't done it, has he? Hello, OAS_Venom. Nice to see a new name in the chat. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome to the watch-along. Here will be Formula 1 US Grand Prix. You've got virtual race going on in the middle, and obviously I'm listening and watching off screen to the actual real race and engaging in conversation with your followers and listeners. So hello to you, sir. Hello to you. Obviously, if you have a prediction for the top 3 of the real race, let us know. Slap it in for the top 3 prediction. Nice nailing someone on the inside there. Good man. Go on, Norris. Who'd bring it in? Ammo's in. Ammo is in. Yeah, Verstappen, I don't know. It's going to be close. This is going to be close. Long pit lane exit. Yeah, he's got him. He's got him. There he is. Miles ahead. The crowd go mental. Nailed him. Man, that's about 3 or 4 seconds. That's what they're doing. Veitan Sevdalisi, what happens? Couldn't tell you, mate. It's live. So, couldn't tell you. But if you have a prediction, pop it in the chat, mate. 1, 2, 3. Who do you think will be in that order of the race ending? But thank you for interacting, mate. OAS Venom, Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas. Interesting there. So that's a different mix again. Who did I say again? Max Bottas Leclerc, didn't I? Yeah, that's not going to happen. There's another prediction of mine that goes near it. But Verstappen, Hamilton, Bottas. I like that shout. That's an interesting one. Bit outside, but we like it. Why are my notifications not coming through on the chat? Don't know. Seems like my chat notifications have buggered off. Alert box. Yeah, I don't know where my alert box is not playing up. No, I've turned it off, haven't I? Numpty. That's right. V107 Delisi, thanks. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. But pop your prediction, mate. Give us a prediction of who you think will be the top 3. And there's pit stops going on in the virtual race as well. So you don't see real pit stops in there, but just a quick stop and a go. I think we've been focused on Verstappen in that race. Oh, Gaz's engine gone. Called it. Called it. Suspension. Oh, okay. So if it's suspension, it's happened a couple of years ago in Austin, or 2-3 years ago, when everyone was battering the curbs through the fast sections, and then and everyone was getting suspension damage and was told off the curbs, do not drive on the curbs. Will it happen again? If it's happening to the AlphaTauri? You never know. Never know. The thing was, in practice, Merc's tyres lasted much longer, so it's definitely not no. And I think Merc know that as well. I think they know they've got durability on their tyres. If they can stretch out the seconds, it's going to be a 2-stop race. They can stretch out their second stint as well, and then they go for the fresh option at the end. Whoa, it's going to be tasty at the end. Going to be tasty. Right. So obviously new people popping by tonight. If you're liking what you're seeing, this is obviously only the second time we've ever done a watch-along video. We did last night's quali. Kind of maybe quite a nice little format we've got going on here. So we've got virtual race in the middle, which is obviously the footage playing on the screen, and then obviously I'm watching the live footage off screen, so not to break my account. Excuse me. So if you like what you see, give us a subscribe on YouTube. If you've watched on Facebook, click on follow the page or like the page and like the stream as well. So you get more of the content coming to your lovely devices, whether you're watching on your phone, tablet or PC. Either one's good. Who's that? Bottas. Car 11. That was a good pit stop for the Bottas boys. Alonso, Raikkonen, look at that, 2 legends side by side, good boys. Oh yes, bit of damage. And they're still side by side. Look at this, proper good racing. Get on it, boys. Oh, Alonso nailed it off. Mental. Proper driving that was for the boys there. No, he didn't. He kept it on track. Crybaby Alonso. Nah, that was good racing. That was side by side. And as soon as there's contact, there's not much you can do because your car's in the way. Nah. That's exactly Fernando put him there. Yeah, that's definitely Alonso played proper gamesmanship there. Love it. Good old tactics there from Alonso. It seems to settle down to some kind of just a steady mid part of the race. Nothing fancy going on right now, nothing extravagant. At least the stream's holding together better than last night where it decided to die and get us out of sync. It was on the real world. It would have been 10 minutes behind what I was recording. Excuse me. Good old yawning away there. Yawning away. Where's Verstappen? Verstappen is currently in the lead in the real race. Yeah, we've currently got Verstappen, Hamilton, Perez, Leclerc, Ricardo, Sainz, Norris, Vettel, Stroll, Tsunoda, Bottas, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Alonso, Russell, Latifi, Ocon, Schumacher and Marzipan, with Gasly having retired. That's your order. Lap 18. So far... Should turn that on silent really, my work phone. Let's do that before I forget. Because that's... Just put my phone on silent because I don't need that to be on anymore. There we go. No problem, Vatan. No problem at all, sir. Oh, Horner's calling Verstappen average. Go on, Horner, get yourself in a Formula 1 car and start these bad boys. What if it is? Do they need to race to the end? Just wondering, do they even need to? Do we need to do a second stop to help the tyres hold on? Oof. Is that Bottas fighting off with Tsunoda? Yeah, it is. On Stroll. There we go. No investigation necessary between Alonso and Raikkonen. Played it properly, did he? Who's a knob, Anty? Which one? All knobs. Horner, yeah, he's a prick. It's only last night stream anyway. He's an arrogant prick, but he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. That's what you know what you can get with him, and that's I think he drives his team well because of it. He plays it really, really well. Stroll's gone pits. Bottas, man. I'm having this. Look at that, nice and deep. Follows Tsunoda through. That would have caught a Stroll out, that would have done. Good move. Long way back, wasn't he, Bottas, as well? To the racing line. People always go back, oh, I've got the racing line for the corner. It's a guide for me. Racing line's only a guide. If you can drive fast around a corner, use a different line, you know. Use it to your advantage to overtake people. Don't just assume that everyone's driving the same line. Give some variety to it. Bottas running outside of Tsunoda. Okay, he's watching the virtual one as current pit stop cycles going on. Probably do some more information on the virtual screen, can we? Like a standings if it's possible on a replay screen. Not sure if it is though. Something iRacing has over Assetto Corsa with its replay function. Because you could go off track, park your car for the race and just watch a race going round, which is what they've done there. So, be a bit more in control of it. So that's yeah, it's one of those things. 400,000 people attended over the course of the weekend. That's pretty impressive for an American Grand Prix. Pretty impressive. So it's nice to see Danny Rick up there in top 5. Yeah. Love it when you hear Verstappen and overtaking Mazepan. Yeah, it happening. Not easily. Oh, where's he going? Come on, Nando. Oh, nah, no. That's 100% gained an advantage there, Alonso. Come on. Because that allowed him to get on the power really early because he was off the track and get straighter. Go on. Give us an on board with Raikkonen. Jesus Christ. How late was he there? How can he say, oh, yes to that? Jesus. Dando just brutal there, wasn't he? That was... Oh, Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi, not Raikkonen. Has he really? Jesus. Yeah, Alonso's got to give that a place back. Got to. Don't think he's going to, though. No, Nando. So McLarens and Ferraris are finely poised as usual. It's always tight between those boys. Noted. They need to investigate it and give it back and tell Alonso to give it back. So Russell's in touching distance of Alonso and Giovinazzi as well. He's not a million miles away. If you're just joining into the stream, hello to you all. You're watching, this is the F1 United States Grand Prix Watchalong. Here on Just an Average Sim Racer. A little bit different content than what we've done before in the past, but we are watching the US Grand Prix live. And if you're watching along, watch along at the same time and join in the conversation. You know, we've got predictions going on, so let us know your top three in any of the chats if you're on YouTube or Facebook. We've got a virtual US Grand Prix race running. Oh, no. No, he hasn't. I mean... It's just two very different situations where Raikkonen got hit. The video, mate, is currently a live Assetto Corsa replay of a virtual race that I ran earlier on today, a virtual CPU race with Assetto Corsa, with RSS? Yeah, Racing Studios Formula Hybrid 2 2021 models at the Circuit of the Americas with the current community skins pack from race departments. So hopefully a accurate running alongside the real race and give you some content to watch in the background as well, because I can't obviously show the real race footage, which is live at the moment. But nice to see your name, Scott. Thank you for popping by. We are running a prediction in the chat. Absolutely. It's not replicating, it's kind of a pre-prediction. It's kind of a prediction from earlier on today. So far it's closely matching, which is slightly scary in terms of a top three. So it's not far off, to be quite scarily true. And it kind of matches loosely. We are running a prediction, so if you are watching the live race at the moment, drop your top three prediction in the chat as well. So who do you think will finish 1, 2 and 3? My prediction is Verstappen, Bottas, Leclerc, which is not going to happen now. I know, it's a bit scary, because at the moment Verstappen and Hamilton are number 1 and 2 in the virtual race as well. So, looks pretty good though. Looks like you actually could be watching a Formula 1 race. Oh, that's brilliant, that per main, a massive chant. The two different scenarios where Alonso hit Raikkonen and pushed him off a track barely by 8 centimetres, and Raikkonen has no option but to be off track. And then Alonso brakes 20 metres too late, 20 to 30 metres too late, and goes off track to overtake. Come on, guys, they're better than that. They are better than that. That's Alonso. He likes to test the system. He really does. But I'm glad we hear those chats between. Oh, there you go. There's a call. They've just told Alonso, give the place back. The beep machine has gone nuts. Oh dear. Love it. I love it. I just want to turn the commentary up for a second there. Someone describes a race as absorbing. It's like, does that mean there's a lot going on? Because there's not a massive amount going on. Interesting place to give the place back there. So Grado and Saints had given it the old close battle. Hammer time's closing in. He is. He's closed it from 6-2 to 4-2. So, yeah. Don't know where he's found the pace from. Fernando's going for it. Oh, yeah, bugger. These two are getting feisty. Do you reckon Alonso did that on purpose? God, these two are going to have a crash, aren't they? You're going to have it. Switch back for Alonso. This is good racing from Alonso and Giovinazzi. Got to be a two-stop. Has to be a two-stop. Yeah. Yeah. He's testing it, and he's testing the back. You can be on the radio going, no, he's off a track and held his position. That's tight racing, isn't it? Good defence though from Giovinazzi. Ooh, strong words from Alfa Romeo. Just give it back. I think Alonso, he pushed him out a little bit, to be honest. I've shown a good replay of it from the right angles, to be honest. The sim race is looking pretty tight. You've got mistake. You got the Merc of Hamilton, Verstappen in second, and I think that was Leclerc in third. And looks like a McLaren behind. I couldn't see which number it was. I think that is Norris's one. Boom, nailed it. Good move, Vettel. Good man. Great move from Vettel, that was. Quality driving. Still trying to work out where everyone's going on. So Hamilton's 2.8 behind. Jesus. He's knocked out off quickly, hasn't he? So is that the cliff falling off on his tyres really early? So they've only done 12, 13 laps on the hards? Jesus. This is going to be tight when you think about how the tyre wear is a lot higher than they expected. And Verstappen will be watching his mirrors going, "Ooh, he's getting close." Going hard. There's a lot going on track at the moment. It's just trying to see. Verstappen's just pulled out half a second on Hamilton. That's a big increase in a couple of corners. Did you just get the hurry up? Might have done. Oh, it's a virtual safety car. Well, that's interesting. Pit stop. Get in the pits now, boys. What happened? Debris. I'm going to say that would have been pit stops would have been quicker than Neil's I'm watching live. So I'm watching live. You can't. The footage on screen is a simulated US Grand Prix race from Assetto Corsa. So that's kind of live. It's not replicating the live. It's just a prediction from earlier on today. So it's a little bit different, but it gives a nice bit of background viewing. 'Cause it's quite close to where they are in the race in terms of positions. So it's not too bad. It's only one place position different so far because it has Hamilton, Verstappen and Leclerc in the top three. At the moment, it's Verstappen, Hamilton, Perez and Leclerc in the top four. So it's pretty tight. So technically kind of live on the sim race. And fortunately they don't have blue flags in that, which where the AI moves out of the way. So they do get held up by AI a bit like Indy cars. Just watching the sim race, how tight that was. I've not actually seen this, so I don't know how it ends. I've only got to save the replay and just loaded it up ready for the start of the race. That's a good increase there from Verstappen there with 0.7. So a little bit different, Niels. A little bit different to the norm kind of watch along. You know, obviously I can't put the live video on the stream because I'll get copyright striked. My Formula 1 on probably Sky as well. So this gives a little bit of a different kind of viewpoint. Oh, Verstappen just crashed on a sim race. Wow, he took a bollard, walloped it, and got hit by the other cars. That's going to be damage. Oof, it's not good. Got away with it by the look of it, though. They're running with full 100% damage on that. A bit filthy on there, but he got away with it. Free to push. So Hamilton's back down to 2.8 seconds again. So he's closed that gap. They're all on and off, on and off. Oh, another pit stop. Alpine. Got Alonso, new boots. I don't know if that'll get him to the end. It's just going to be a free stop race. Long stop. 2.8, not his fastest. Ooh, a long stint, Hamilton. They know they've got something else in this car for the race setup, haven't they? They know they've got it. Something else to play with. Hamilton going to do is he's going to do it at the end. Yeah, they know that they've got something else, don't they? They know they've got something to play with. So Hamilton's going to be. Turn my volume down. It's really handy. Oh, I mean, hey, that wasn't a 5.5 second stop, was it? Didn't know that long. Yeah, it's going to be tight at the end, isn't it? Massively tight. How's Perez so far behind? He was on it in the first stint. Couldn't drive it on the hards. Eight more laps. Jesus. They're going for a free stop, aren't they? Push it hard. That's what I think they're doing. I don't think they can do 26 laps. I think they're going to do a free stopper. I think they're going to go push hard on these tyres because they can push hard on them. And then see what happens around 15 to 10 laps from the end. If it gets big enough, if he's close enough to do it, I think he'll do it. That's my thinking. I'm going to go free stopper. I think a free stop is the only way. It has to be the only way he wins. Has to be. He hasn't got enough life in the tyres to get to the end. I mean, the track will rubber in more and more, but it's not. It's too hot for it to rubber in. That's a slow stop for Norris. That might have helped him. Right, so it's going to be tight still. It's going to be interesting the way this pans out. But I think Verstappen's going to hammer it hard. I think he has to get quite close to Hamilton in this stint. And then they're both going to be pit around us slightly off. Jesus Christ almighty, that scared that life out of me. Thank you, Sergio Rodriguez, for liking the stream on Facebook. I did not realise how loud the alert was. Oh. Jesus, that scared the shit out of me. Thank you, Sergio. Thanks for joining in on the stream. Drop us your prediction of the top 3 in the chat if you want to. Of the live Formula 1 US Grand Prix. God. Oh, that alert scared the hell out of me. I just saw someone crash out on the sim race there. I don't know who it was. I think it was Alonso's car. Looked like an Alpine. Wouldn't surprise me the way Alonso's been driving. I don't know how this is going to play out. This is going to be tight, isn't it? There's a lot going on. Yeah, Horner's called in the last 5 laps as the race deciding part of it. Racing for the win. Go on, give us that radio message on Sky Sports. Go on. Verstappen is second on track at the moment. Pit stop behind Hamilton, or ahead of Hamilton. So they're a little bit out of sync. But about 17 seconds apart, which is just under a pit stop difference. So technically Verstappen is in the lead on kind of a net time if Hamilton was to pit. But it's close. Verstappen's very tight. Very, very tight. Hamilton's still quicker on older tyres. I say something about Hamilton on his tyres in this race. He seems to eke a lot more out. I think their setup's probably nailed in for longer stretches, which is what we saw in practice sessions over the weekend. So they seem to have a little bit more on those longer sessions. I mean, you called it yesterday, Anne, didn't you? Remember rightly? So it's tight. I mean, Perez is up at a third, but he's so far off the pace at the moment. Leclerc, Bottas, Ricciardo, Sainz, I can never say his name properly, Norris, Tsunoda. Again, the McLarens and Ferraris are in a nice battle. No worries, Vatan. No worries. Here's Hamilton's radio. Ooh, +6, +7 target. Man, they want to go fast at the end, don't they? Fast and hard. It's getting finely poised on the old race. So there's quite a few people have just jumped into the view, so welcome to you all viewing if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. This is the watch-along for the Formula 1 US Grand Prix. It's live currently at the moment. Obviously we haven't got live footage on screen. We've got a sim prediction race running from Assetto Corsa at the moment. Obviously I'm watching it live off screen, so if you're watching as well, come watch along, join in the chat, join in predictions of what you think's going on or what's going on and opinions. Come in and say hi. If you like what you see as well, give it a like, you can give the page a follow or a subscribe. More the merrier, people. So welcome aboard the Just an Average Sim Racing train. And after this race, we'll probably do a little bit. Perez in the pit window. He is for Hamilton. But he's a pit stop behind Verstappen, isn't he? So he's going to lose 20 seconds on Verstappen. I don't know. Actually, is I don't think Perez is featuring. I think he's safe where he is, but I don't think he's going to feature. So I think he's had a bad middle section or second stint. To be honest, he didn't keep pace at all with the boys. But it could be used. It could be used up. He's too close though. I think he's got to be within that 20 seconds to be ahead of him when he comes out. I don't see it happening. Yeah, I think it's going to be too much. And 19 laps to go. This could be Hamilton's here. Sergio Rodrigo's Checo. Is he your man, is he? Is he your man, Sergio? Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Vamos, Checo. Good man. Where do you think he's going to finish, Sergio? Let's put it that way. Where do you think he's going to go? God, had a bump. Oh, did you cut away? There's another car coming up the inside of someone there. Continuing good on close battles for a while. See, Norris is coming out right behind Bottas, isn't he? Mexico in the house. Vamos, Mexico. So here on the channel, we get people from all over the world tuning in. All over the world. Excuse me, bit of a yawn there. Oh, we've got the game graphics on. Yeah, the overlay on the top of the driver in front. I quite like that actually, because there's a lot of the time when you come on board, you're never quite sure who's in front of the car when you're on board, and they do well with that little drop on. Don't sleep. Oh, you guys know how to party in Mexico. It's in the afternoon now, isn't it? Yeah, it's 9:05 UK time. It's getting towards bedtimes. Tequila time. My wife would like that. My wife's a big tequila fan. I don't mind tequila. I don't mind it myself, but she's a big tequila fan. Very true. It's one of the best statements of all time, isn't it? You get easy catch, but getting past them, you've got to be doing something else. I love that mini apex corner. Love it. So Danny's done well the last few races. He's done well. That win at Monza for him woke him up and go, I can do this. I can drive this car. It's giving him the confidence. Yeah, I need him to do that. He loves it over there, doesn't he? He absolutely loves it in Texas. It's George Lucas. Put your legs away, George. Anthony, if you wore glasses but had grey hair, I think you'd look like a bit like George Lucas. So this stream is about... No, still 20 seconds behind us, right? We're doing all right. We've kept pretty good sync with live action. Shiny tyres. Here comes another stop. Hamilton's. Yeah, he's going to come out around 8 to 7 seconds behind, I reckon. He's a very sexy chap. Giant Ewok. Oh, that's a gorgeous camera angle. That was a gorgeous camera angle for a pit stop. So Verstappen's just gone ahead, which is understandable. So 18 laps to go. Will Verstappen's tyres last? It's gonna be. This is sizing up well now. This is going to size up well for the end of the race. So Hamilton's just under 9 seconds below Verstappen after that pit stop. So Perez is nowhere near after that pit stop. Not even close. So Leclerc 10 seconds. Yeah, it's gonna be good. This gonna be good. Lindsay said, "Wasn't he the Luke Skywalker?" Brilliant. He created Luke Skywalker. I suppose there was some kind of merit to that. He probably believed he was when he was writing it. He's definitely the creator of it. You've seen Star Wars, right? So I was thinking I might do a sim race after this, but I'm probably not going to do a race tonight. A bit tired. Excuse me. A bit tired, so we'll do probably maybe do a stream tomorrow night and get something on the board for iRacing. It's hard being in front of a computer all day, especially when you've been working. Alright. It's finally poised now, this race. He's gained half a second this lap, Hamilton already. Ooh, the last 3 laps is where it counts. Sensible. And just listen to the commentary there, and they're saying that apparently the team have told him don't get the tyres hot too quickly, don't bring them in too fast, take your time, and they'll be super good at the end. So yeah, it's going to be tight, going to be good. I think Mercedes have called a good strategy here. Good strategy. It's very un-Hamilton-like to make his tyres be this good, or have good condition, it feels like, at the end of a race. Yeah. Compared to last night, where I was dropping 50% of all frames on the upload, I've only dropped 1% of frames. Big difference to last night's internet. Need a cup of tea. Half 20 past 9, sorry, 20 past 9 UK time. 20 past 5 in the US. And giving it full beans. And NASCAR on tonight as well. Should we do NASCAR watch along? I can't remember what it is now. I thought, what is this tonight? Or was it 2 weeks off? I think it's 2. Oh, they got a race in NASCAR tonight. Couldn't tell you what it is though. Why is that being reported? Random. Keep. On the group side, moderator, someone reported some posts, and oof, it's proper well pushed. The only thing that would make this better is the pom pom girls came back. Pom pom, you and the pom pom girls, coffee, tea. I'm English. Coffee is a last resort drink for me. But I can't be. I don't want to get up and miss the action, so I'm gonna have to. I want to suck it up and get to the end, Sergio. Get a cup of tea after the race. And I won't do what I did the other week, where I nailed basically a teaspoon and a half of espresso into a full coffee-sized cup and drank it. Oh, that woke me up. I think that gave me the what do you call it? That made me awake and on stalks for the rest of the whole night. Oh, Hamilton's gone purple, hasn't he? Yeah. Hamilton's on it. He's miles away. Or he's now. Jovo's getting it. Oh, they're still on mediums. How's he making that last? So this happens in traffic. 7.3 seconds. 7 seconds. Oh. It's Harvard, isn't he? He's absolutely smashing the time out. Good old Ham. It's Prix and Checo in a little bit, I think, as well. He's got his gap down a bit, it looks like. Might be evening, Mike. Good evening to you, sir. Even if Verstappen will have to lap the Bottas too before the end of the race. Oh, yeah, you might do actually. Say that, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good spot there, Mr. Pittman. Good to see you online again for the second night in a row. Thank you, sir. Go on, son. Oh. Science is getting there. It's giving it some beans. So Leclerc's in his own little world, isn't he? 10 seconds behind Perez and a long time ahead of Ricardo. But yeah, Verstappen is going to... Think about that. Bottas is going to be... God, I need to turn that down. If you like in the stream as well, Mr. Pittman. Yeah, he's going to get close between Verstappen and Bottas for lapping as well. So Bottas being... Ooh, someone's slow. Ocon. Ooh. Yeah. Something at the back of the car. Oh, Mazepan's got a black and white flag off track, no, more than likely. Raikkonen's got black and white as well. Ooh, they're all getting dodgy now, aren't they? They've all been off track. Oh, both of them. Verstappen crashed on the sim race as well, trying to overtake Hamilton and ditched it. It's getting fruity there. He did let them pass there. So Hamilton's less than 5 seconds. It's going to get tasted. What happened? Oh, what? How can the TV cut away from that poor direction? One and a half points. That's where McLaren missed Ricardo at the beginning of the season. Whereas Sainz and Leclerc were on it pretty consistently as a team. It was just all Norris for the first half. Cool. Oh, little touch. I don't think he did that on purpose. That was his rear wheel. Nah, racing. Yeah, good racing that was. That's what you want to see. Get a bit rubber and rubber. Norris is close to Bottas still. Oh, so 4.2 seconds. Verstappen, Hamilton, 12 laps to go. It's going to get fruity. Fruity tooty. Just clear the messages. Sizing up nicely. Sizing up nicely, isn't it? Oh, less than 4 seconds, Hamilton. Man, they got so much more pace on that tyre, aren't they? Maybe they knew it. Maybe they just knew they had the pace on the hard tyre, even though they barely practiced with it. Oh, Hamilton's reeling him in. Brundle just said it's 0.4 of a second, even though Verstappen was going faster. So what do you reckon, guys? Where do you reckon Hamilton's going to get him? Do you think Hamilton's going to get him soon, or do we leave it to the last couple of laps when he knows the tyres will be much more dominant, shall we say? Everyone's saying Max doesn't get frightened or pressurised. No, because he has no just balls of steel, to be honest, that kid. That section is so good. It's not quite as good as Silverson's, left Maggots, Beckett's, Church? I can't remember this was. Section. Beckett's, Maggots. I can't remember. Last couple of laps has to be down the back straight, otherwise Max will take him off track. He will make his car as big as possible. So it's got to be on his DRS section, you'd say. I mean, the straight line speed of the Merc seems to be better as well for him. Tsunoda's 44 seconds behind Norris in 8th. They're all tight, aren't they? They're all within, so 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th are all within 6.5 seconds of each other. It's pretty tight, isn't it? So they're making sure Verstappen's got enough tyres for traction. Interesting. So Perez needed to be closer to force Hamilton's tactic a bit more, but he fell off 25 seconds behind him. Well, unlucky Checo. Love those slow-mos of cars when they're damaged, flapping around in the breeze. 10 laps. 10 laps to go. It's going to get... I like that. Even Verstappen asking his team, how fast do I need to go to maintain it? Max, just drive it. Don't worry about that. Just drive the car. Keep the tyres good. Bottas making hard work of this. He is. That's typical Bottas though. Bottas is not good, I don't think, following in traffic or overtaking. I mean, that's kind of his problem. He's great when he's on his own. He's a good time trialer, but I don't think he's a good racer. I don't think Bottas is. Yeah, he's not an all-rounder, I don't think. But yeah, he does make meal of it. Thought Bottas would come flying through the Ferraris and back of the new tyres. He doesn't. He just doesn't seem to follow very well, does he? He just carnage going on behind there. Just doesn't seem to get it right, does he? Itchy. So 2.5 seconds on track between Verstappen and Hamilton now. 8 laps to go. That's a good lap, 39.1. Not as fast. Oof. I reckon if he gets good traction out of T11 and T20, he'll be able to defend it, I reckon. We shall see, boys. We shall see. Oh. That's big, isn't it? That's big. If Verstappen wins this, he'll be 13 points clear, whereas Hamilton, if he wins it, will be leading the championship. So, it's a championship deciding stuff. 2.1 seconds now. Hamilton's behind Verstappen. There's 8 laps difference in tyre age between them. That's a big difference, especially they seem to have fell off earlier on. So, Verstappen's got to keep on top of those tyres. He ain't going to press him. He's got 7.5 seconds to catch Leclerc to Perez. You probably can't hear the commentary because I've kept it on a low volume. But, Paul the rest of us saying is Leclerc's putting Perez on pressure. That's not going to happen. Black and white flag for car 18 Stroll. No surprise there. Perhaps there's not been more, to be honest. You mean Politic Addicts, what you're watching is a sim race of the live race that's happening now. So it's a live prediction of the sim race. So it's not actually live. If you can hear the commentary, that's live of the actual Sky Sports feed. That's running of the US Grand Prix right now. So I'm watching it live, but I can't show you guys naturally. So if you're watching it live, join in the conversation. But the screen footage is not real footage. It is a simulation, a Assetto Corsa simulated race I pre-did earlier on today, of where it thought the race would finish. At the moment, it has Hamilton in front of Verstappen by a very similar amount to where they are in the race now, with Leclerc in third. With Perez in fourth, so it's remarkably close to how well the race has gone, surprisingly. So not as close on track in the real race as they are on the sim version, though. So, and they made their tyres last a lot longer in the sim as well. But it's very close, it's very close. But we are watching along on the real one for live as well, though. It's quite scary how well that sim race has been tight to the real race. Sebastian Vettel's down in 12th. He could make points. He's 5 seconds overall behind Raikkonen in 10th. Aston Martin, not their strongest race at all. Did Hamilton just spin out on the sim race? I think he did. I think Hamilton just spun out on the sim race version. I don't know if he was punted or if he was. Yeah, I think he was. I think he spun out. Is that a precursor? Or was it finished? Let's have a quick look. Oh no, the race had finished. He was taken out after the checkered flag. So the sim race finished. Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc. You can see it's all finished there. So that's finished. Oh, coming together after the checkered flag there on the sim race version between the leaders. Don't think we'll see that in a real race. So yeah, the sim race is finished a little bit earlier than the main race, obviously. 1.7 seconds between Hamilton and Verstappen with 5 laps to go. So that whole race went 5 seconds longer. 5 laps quicker, even though it's the same race distance than the actual thing. They're lapping around similar lap times as well. Strange. We had no virtual safety car, mind you, and no. I think they only had 1 pit stop in the virtual race. Ooh. Is that a sign of tyres being iffy? Or is that dirty air that Hamilton can't get the car into? Bottas and Sainz. So the virtual race ended. So that's how it finished. Was Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc. Was that? Yeah, Leclerc. That's Sainz down there, and Perez and Sainz. So let's move the screenshot over so it looks like it's another screenshot to finish off on. Right then. Vettel got past Jovo. Good man. 1.9 between Hamilton and Verstappen now. Don't know. Has it fallen away from Verstappen? That's the most excited I've ever heard anyone say Ben and Siller's name. Well done, Brundle. Dirty air, innit? Mercs can't do dirty air. I've been saying it for years. Struggling, yeah. I don't think Hamo's got the. I don't think Hamilton's got. He's got the tyres, but I don't. Yellow flags. Gomp. That's right. Good old Kimmy. So that's interesting. Odd place to go off, that was. Oh, he just lost it. Right, it's going to be tight still. Lewis 4/10 quicker. 3 laps. And 1.5 seconds. 1.5. So I end up just going in silence to watch the end of the race now, see how it pans out. Crofty getting so excited. Amazing drive, because Hamilton got better drive. 1.2. 1. Oh, this is going to be tight. This is 1.1. This is where Hamilton saved his tyres, hasn't he? Maybe he just thought, okay. This is a bit of a Red Bull's quicker through this section. This is the closest they've been, is 1.1, 1.2. Two laps to go. This is a seat of your pants time. It's got to be. See, Norris is looking further down, 1.6 seconds behind Bottas, which means he's only 2 seconds behind Sainz. So Norris could sneak something here if he's not careful with one of his famous last laps. The gusty was only 4 kilometers an hour, I think the wind was. God, I say, Verstappen nailed that section, didn't he? So that's holding him up. Here we go. Last lap shootout. And so Verstappen had it forever. Verstappen Schumacher. Hamilton's just got to go for it, ain't he? What's he got to lose? Hamilton's not going to get the DRS, so you got to give it to Verstappen. He's driven a bloody good middle part of his race. The crowd are loving Verstappen, aren't they? Nah, there's Verstappen's to lose now. Verstappen's to lose. That's a big win going into the away races, that is. Good win for Max, I'd give him that. Good win. I think that's one of Max's best ones, yeah, definitely. That's probably one of his best wins ever, just for that middle, last few laps, middle sections, was absolutely on it. Nailed it. He worked hard for that. He deserved that. Deserved it. That's a big swing as well. Back to 13 points in championship lead now. Big swing. That's a massively important. That was Perez in third. Leclerc, Danny Rick, Bottas. Everyone's just giving him sheer class on the radio. Yeah, it was pretty classy. Cracking strategy race, that huge swingman. Max definitely a favourite for me now. That's going to give him so much confidence going for the rest of the season for the away races. Yeah, quality race, quality race. It wasn't massively on-track action for the leaders, but it was pretty tight for their strategy. So Hamilton got the fastest pull laps. That's just 12 points then. 11, 12, 12 boys. Good win. Only way Red Bull were going to win that was for strategy for me. Once Lewis got past at the start, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that had to be strategy, and everyone questioned it, didn't they? Everyone went, yeah, they're coming too early, but they didn't. They kept it good, kept it good. Probably should turn the audio down for that because I will get copyright striked on YouTube for that. Quality race, that. Quality race. Alright. I'm going to probably end it there, to be honest, because I'm a bit tired now. Go and have a relax and finish a Lego build, because that's how sad I am. But thanks for joining along for the watch-along, guys, for the US Grand Prix race. Certainly full of tense strategy from start to finish. Tyres, pace, traffic, all of that. Classic race, I suppose. So yeah, thanks for joining in. Seems like quite a few people did come and go. The stream was stable as well, which was nice compared to last night, which was a test. We'll call that a test. What Lego? The International Space Station. Yes, that's been my half-tone project with the little one. This one's not Technic. This is one of their ideas range. The Technic one is probably coming soon. In fact, I'll probably, once I sneak this in soon, I'll show you what my next build will be. One of these. Oh, it's on special offer as well. That'll be the next one I do. But at the moment I'm doing the International Space Station Lego. So, a nice, easy, sedate build, he says. So I can finish the night off in front of my Lego. 37-year-old man. That's how we do. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Right. That is going to be it for the night. Thank you for watching, people of YouTube and Facebook. It's been a good watch along again. Thanks for lots of people coming by and interacting tonight with the chat, which is what we want to see. I even got the safety cars right as well. I wasn't sure what safety card I was running, so I downloaded the AMG one. Only 37. No, I should tell I'm only 36. Bastard. 37 soon, not 37 yet. But yes. Yes. Right, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining in for the watch along. We will definitely do another one for another weekend's worth. Next week is Mexico. I am away on holiday that weekend, so definitely won't be doing Mexico, unfortunately. But we will do whatever comes after Mexico, because I think that's a flyaway. So we'll definitely be able to, should be able to do that. So, thanks, guys. Enjoy your Sunday evening, and I will see you all for a sim racing night, probably tomorrow night. I'll try and do a bit of iRacing tomorrow. And make up for a few lost couple of weeks of that. So, see you all soon. Have a great night. Thanks for watching, and tally-ho! After that one, he's got a lot of fans here, as has Lewis Hamilton. Both drivers